First of all, there's the gap that really divides this country between the rich and the poor. Ano yung cliche na yan, the poor is getting poorer, the rich is getting richer. Yung they utter it every day, every election, every candidate. Why don't you just do it? Why just shut up and just do it?
Yeah.
First of all, there's the gap that in my previous discussions, kind of hard to be open about it right now. But they said that I'd like to change the picture. And they said that I'm a communist. No, I'm not. I'm not a member of the Communist Party of the Philippines. It's, I do not agree with the armed struggle. I do not kill Filipinos just for that. But I said maybe on the extreme, but left center maybe. And I said I will stop corruption. I will stop criminality. I will fix government. Oh, how do you fix government? How do you fix the corruption in the police, the Bureau of Customs, the BIR, and every facet of the pagbaba mo ng airport, nandyan, bayad na. The Biheras, so many vultures out there, and they get stopped, and others are just simply kidnapped and wala. Yeah. When I said I'll stop criminality, I'll stop criminality. And if I have to kill you, I will kill you, personally. Corruption, yes, and I'll fix government. How do you fix government? You cannot file cases every day. It would take you forever.
Yes.
One case, administrative, criminal. And I would just say that, stop. But I'll have to reform it. For example, like dito sa BIR, gross na lang tayo. Wala na yung net. Kasi wala yan nakikita yung mga deduction. Just show your receipt and I'll just, increase the penalty for the fraud. But if you tell the truth, there's nothing really to worry about. Yung resibo, wag mo lang pikihin tapos igan naman. Yung resibo, wag mo lang pikihin tapos igan naman. Yung resibo, wag mo lang pikihin tapos igan naman. Yung resibo, wag mo lang pikihin tapos igan naman. Yung resibo, wag mo lang pikihin tapos igan naman. Yung resibo, wag mo lang pikihin tapos igan naman. Yung resibo, wag mo lang pikihin tapos have your copy received by the BIR, then you pay. Then if the BIR wants, they can go after you, but only on matters of fraud. You pay your taxes. The same with customs. You do not transact money there anymore. Have your copy received by the BIR, then you pay. Then if the BIR wants, they can go after you, but only on matters of fraud. You pay your taxes. The same with customs. Sabi ko lang naman, if I get elected, better not. I'm just warning everybody, go somewhere else. Because if I'm there, within 6 months to 1 year, papahirapan ako ng Congress. Because I have to say to them, stop. I will not get anything there except my salary. You do not get anything there. I just said, Kuwa, you just do you audit every month. That's your job, you audit every month, then nobody gets the extra frills. But if Congress would get mad, and if they threaten me with, if Congress would threaten me with impeachment and sasarang ko, I will close Congress. I will use the money to increase the salaries of the teachers. My mother was a teacher. And to her retirement days, she was paying 5-6. And now there are so many teachers in this country who have to walk 3 to 5 hours just to get to the school where they teach. Gamitin ko yung pera, I'll increase the salaries of the teachers, the police, and the military. I'll give them more than double. But if they begin to shit, then maybe I'll just, maluwang naman yung Manila Bay. 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 Maybe I'll just, maluwang naman yung... I will be assassinated maybe, but to those right-thinking military men and the police, if you want this country to bloom something more than just what we are suffering for. Alam mo kasi ganito yan eh. Do not ask me to run. I've been telling people, because I would just be adding my 6 years to the wasted years of Estrada, Arroyo, Aquino. Pag idinagdag ko yan, alam mo ba ilan yan? That's 24 years of kalbaryo ng Pilipino. Huwag mo ang gawain sa akin yan. Because I will not sit there as president and just like any other regime, sabihin ko yan lang ang kaya ko. You spare me. I don't need it. I said, I have enough accolades in my lifetime to make me happy. Why should I look for trouble? Pero pag nilagay din niya ang, do not fuck with me because I will. Talagang gagawin ko. Then police. Some generals just have to resign. I will pay them the retirement. Handsomely. Yes, always, it's always, in every dictatorship, it's gonna be a dictatorship. It's the police and the military will be the backbone. If they agree with you, if the right-thinking policemen and military men agree with you, then after 6 years, there will be a new setup, maybe a federal type, less corruption, and a fresh air for the next generation. Yung plano ko para sa bayan ko, maski ganito lang ako. And I've always said, there's always a prefix in my talk and said, baka sabihin niya, I am Rodrigo Duterte, I'm a Filipino. I love the Philippines because it is the land of my birth. It is the home of my people. Hanggang dyan lang ako. It's a catch-22 actually. Because if you begin to talk about Marcos, then I would say that you favor the dictatorship and the abuses during martial law. But somehow, if you want also to compare everyone else, parang wala eh. So I would just say that minus the desire to be a dictator, minus the plunder of the country, money and all. I don't know if he was the one who did it, but everybody was at it at that time. Yung, alam mo kasi ganito yan, Risa. Dito sa Pilipinas, there's such thing as obey the law. Ang problema, halos lahat. Because if you become the president, you do not only change leaders, but you have to change the Filipino himself. Kasi ang Filipino ngayon, hindi mo masabihan na obey the law. Sige. Yan ang batas. Sige. Sabihin mo sa kanya, this is the law. Putang ina, pag hindi mo sunod ang batas, putang ina ka sa akin, bantay ka. There is no fear for obedience of the law. It's everywhere. It's universal now in the country. Walang takot sa batas. Pwede silang the mandate to obey the law is really just an option now for the ordinary guy. Kasi nakita mo, dadaan ng nagsasalubong ng traffic dyan. And because may election, takot yung barangay captain pag ako ang nasalubong mo, sagasaan talaga kita. Pag namatay ka dyan, pasensya ka. I told you to obey the law. So if you go against the traffic at nagdala ako ng traktor at nasagasaan kita, putang ina ka, pasensya ka, letse ka. Sinabi ko sa iyo, sundin mo ang batas. Kaya dito sa Davao, ganyan, sundin mo ang batas, bawal manigarilyo. Pag naman nigarilyo, ipapakain ko talagang sigarilyo sa iyo. I do not want even to be the centerpiece of that. I just want you to obey the law. Whoever is the son of a bitch sitting there as mayor. Pero kung gusto mo mag-PDP laban, I could always use the PDP laban because I have been a member of good standing.
Right.
But they say that I just say bad words from time to time. Kasi hindi ko mapigilan yung init ng ulo ko. Totoo lang. I told you to avoid me. I'm telling the Filipino people, wag ako, it's gonna be bloody. Yung sinabi ko, sumunod kayo within 6 months to 1 year, pag pinahirapan ninyo ako, then magmukha akong tanga, and I will just add my 6 years of inutility to be on the 24 hours of kalbaryo ninyo, huwag na lang ako. Marami dyan. Pero pag ako, yung the distinct possibility of closing ko, mabuti lang pag magkaintindihan. Sabihin ko, stop the PDAP, stop everything, and we live by our salaries. Diyan, hanggang dyan na lang tayo. And even in this matter of, alam mo dito sa Davao, hindi naman ako nagyayabang. Kasi totoo, I do not allow purchases of cars of 1 million. Avanza lang yan dito, it's about 700. I do not allow purchases. Hindi mo pera eh. Just be happy with the thought that you have a car there provided by government, including the gas. If you go more than just hindi natin pera to. So, better start the business. Malakas naman ang bintahan ng durian. Kung nandyan ako, wala ng indecisive, putang ina, sumunod kayong lahat. When I say that you have to stop fucking the people's money, stop it. Pag ito lang ang binigay sa atin, diyan na lang, di magtiis tayo. At least kayong mga tumakbo, total 4 years lang man to. So magtiis kayo lahat. Pag sinabi ko lang ng PDAP kasi ayaw ng tao, wag na ninyo akong pilitin. Wag ninyo akong takutin at wag kayong mag-TRO sa akin. Kasi there is really the possibility of sasarahan ko kayo. I'm happy where I am. Matanda na ako. I've served government for 10 years as a prosecutor. Then OIC Vice Mayor. Then naging mayor ako for 22 years now, running 23. Naging congressman ako. Para sa akin, tama na yun. And my mother, she died, said na, be happy with the thought that God gave you this so many years of productive life. Ang nanay ko mismo nagsabi na it's time for you to. And even my daughter. May gusto akong sabihin pero I don't know if it's the right time. Baka magalit kasi ang asawa. My wife is ailing. Siya yung may cancer of the throat and hindi ko masabi nga. But ang usapan kasi namin, sabi namin, this is life and sabi niya na huwag ka na lang tumakbo. Enjoy your achievements at you just read between the lines. I cannot, sabihin ko sa iyo pagkatapos nito, when everything is shut off. Sabi lang niya kung butit na lang yung in our old age, ang mga bata may mapuntahan and you are not beset with so many appointments and you are there always even at this late stage, may galit sa akin yan sila kasi naghiwalay nga kami sa nanay niya. So, yun ang sinabi ng asawa ko. So, I agreed. If you look at it very closely, the China problem is nakakatawa yan because, well, it was being built and it was shown by the satellite surveillance and everything. Ang American did nothing. And now yung kompleto na yan, America is threatening to patrol the area. For what? Is it America really going to finish off the world there or dismantle everything? Bakit hintayin pa niya? And America is very cozy with the Chinese. I think America has a wounded soul. America is afraid to go to war because it is not really because when you start a war now with you have the both ends of Russia and China. Talagang mapupulpog itong planet na to. And I think if you commit the mistake of just pressing one button there, it's going to end the world. I think Americans are not ready for that. They are not suicidal in that sense. And though they have many problems in Europe, there is Greece and there's a growing hegemony of the Russians and the Chinese. The Chinese are trying to buy the yung utang nila sa IMF.
Billions of dollars.
Kasi yung pinahiram sa kanila, pangbayad lang sa interest. So, yun ang masakit sa kanila. With Russia offering everything, including oil, there's gonna be a new hegemony there somewhere. Ang Amerika is nakatali siya because of ito namang sa Middle East. The Middle East is a product of the exploitations of the Western powers in the years past. They took advantage of everything. They controlled the price. Well, it helped the Arab countries, but only that much because the money went to the pockets of the Western world. So, and we have this Putin. Putin is also suicidal. Diyan sila takot because Putin is egging for a trouble. And once a war starts here somewhere, involving now America, China, it's going to be the end of the world. And America also does not want war. And second is, they have a problem because the ugly head of bigotry is rearing its. They do not want to talk about it publicly. Parang they try to belittle it, but if you have been there, they hate each other's guts. Talagang puputok yan balang araw. It would come to a head. I am very sure of that. Maybe not generation, pero that's what you get for being so much open to multi. We were better off making friends with China. The end of it, America is also the best friend of China. We will adopt a neutral policy there. Then, dito sa new trade agreement sa Pacific Rim, we were not included. So, we're better off with Asia. So, if you are not there, you might as well go for just China, Japan, and at a higher price kasi mahal man talaga. It's very hard to deal with the country which was ang currency nila mataas. But it could soften. Wala na tayong pakialam eh. Wala na tayong pakialam. We're so isolated na sa Western world. And China can help us. He was involved in that shooting. He was here during the Double 10, and we had a talk. And I said, Mr. Consul, we cannot remove what you have built there, erected some garrison there. But I would appreciate if you stop harassing our Filipino fishermen. Because verily, they are fishing within our exclusive economic zone. It so happened that you extended your territory far and wide and has put us in a quandary. Why don't you just expand westward? In a way, there's an opening there to the Indian Ocean. You can have half of it if you want. I said, we would not begrudge you. We cannot destroy that. But can you please just stop? But the problem is I do not have the voice of government. But I'm saying now is just stop expanding even for an inch. Yeah. Allow the fishermen because that's survival. They're part of our food security. It's a rich fishing ground. Do not arrest them. And we will not arrest you. Leave us alone so that we can live and subsist there. This could be a very interesting. It is, I said, because it involves the stomach of the Filipinos. Because I do not say any. I mean, the United States is not threatening us. Yeah. It has never intruded into our waters. They are not getting anything. But of course, over the period of years, they got billions from this country, including the years of occupation of 50 years during the Parity Rights Agreement. And until now, it's obvious that what we are asking is just a minuscule of, not really the charity of China, but their understanding that they are within our. That is the. I don't know I have to get the paradigm of the average Filipino actually. It is not convoluted, but sometimes to me it's confused to my mind. And whereas ako naman, I would say for the Marcoses, it will be a terrible thing also to visit the sins of the father upon the son. Pati itong, maybe it's, Filipinos are just melodramatic. Kasi sa mga program dyan, yung the comics, yung ating mga, to read too many comics before and listen to many dramas there sa TV. But what I'm really very sure of is that the Filipino, the average Filipino is compassionate and willing to understand. And said because we are compassionate, hindi natin masabi na gagawain niya ng anak. Iba yung tatay, iba yung anak. Which ako naman, tinitignan ko rin yung tao. If you're really capable of doing it. Mura dito sa, parang dito sa wala no danger. No danger. Because if you do that, then there's going to be, really, you'll have to go into spasm there, somewhere. Well, I said, I love my country, period. 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 Well, I said, I love my country, period.